Tricia, intern, I have to confide in you. I'm not sure if my holiday party is a hit.
Yeah, you mean because nobody's here?
If I can chime in, you activated the summoning pylon, but then you forgot to power down the energy casing. So a bunch of space angels tried to get in for the party and burned up on contact.
I thought that smell was my pumpkin spice candle.
No, that's incinerated space angel.
Well, we always have the gift exchange.
I know you are dying with anticipation to find out who I got.
You have me.
Lies.
Last week you said, how about we play a game where we all shout out our slipper size?
Irrelevant. I love that game.
And then you wrote down my size on a tablet marked Tricia gift information.
Okay, you two should probably get back to the kitchen to keep those snacks warm.
Yes, we wouldn't want no one going hungry.
I'll cue up the transmission.
Oh, and remember, this one was recorded live at Thalia Hall in Chicago, so there's going to be lots of referring to stuff that nobody can actually see.
Just another way we found to punish the dedicated.
And now, enjoy the show.
Hello from the Magic Tavern. A weekly podcast from the magical land of Foon. I'm your host, Arnie Niekamp. If you've never listened to the podcast before, that's okay. It's the holidays. But just in case, here's a little holiday gift from me to you. About 3 years and 3/4 years ago, I fell through a dimensional portal. Oh my God, there are... I have seen a lot of things, but I almost never look in the balcony boxes in the Vermilion Minotaur, where we all are now. There are so many. Well, I'll let it be a surprise for my other friends. And just to annoy any listeners at home. I'm very excited that you're all here. It's very busy in the tavern tonight. We get to share the Winter Solstice with each other. There's so many holidays to celebrate this time of year in Foon. I hardly know most of them, but I'm excited. We've got a wizard and a warrior, and I think maybe a pirate or a buccaneer, and just sitting very close to the table. We've got all that over there. It's a Winter Solstice miracle. But thank you so much for being here for Winter Solstice. You know, on my world, which none of you know that much about, it's coming up on Christmas time, which happens either right after Thanksgiving or midway through October, that's where it all starts on my world. But, you know, I'm excited to learn more about the holidays in your world, and the first person I want to hear more from is my good bud, the king of the badger, Chunt the Talking Badger.
Oh, yeah, baby. The fuck?
I know, right?
Shit, Arnie, Arndog, A-Train.
Yes, no, not A-Train, but...
It's a rogues gallery of my exes.
Oh, no.
We got the hawk, we got an owl, and then the rest of them. Mm-hmm. Oh, Snowbong.
Is it embarrassing when you're getting intimate with a hawk and you accidentally call them an owl, like you're thinking of one of your other ex-bird
Oh, yeah,
lovers?
I was intimate with a hawk, and I called it an owl, and it went, who? And I said, you're doing it to yourself, my man. How you doing? I love you, buddy.
I love you too. Happy, I mean, I don't even know what to say. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
That's about it. No, we have a whole...
Chunt, what is your favorite holiday of the Winter Solstice in Foon?
Let me put some stuff down.
You are holding so many things. a drink, a scepter, a microphone. I like that you're committed to it and you're like, I'm holding too many things, but I'm going to carry the scepter.
Yeah, it looks good. Looks good on me. My favorite holiday is actually a holiday that my fiance, Usidore, and I came up with. So we invented this. We were just kind of laying in my hovel board, and we invented this new holiday. Do you want to hear about it? Yes, I will tell you. Mm-hmm. So this is called the Tiny Handman Dance. It's a new little holiday, the Tiny Handman Dance.
Oh, God.
So here's how it works. You put out your hand.
I have big hands. I don't have tiny.
Well, we'll make it work. Put out your hand.
I feel like...
The dance is tiny, Arnie. The dance is tiny.
I feel like I'm being pulled into a horrible prank.
So lay it flat.
Mm-hmm.
Great. So what I do now is I put 2 fingers on your palm to make a tiny little man.
Tiny little hand.
And I do
man.
a little dance.
Oh.
And there's a little song that goes with it, which is, there's a tiny handman dancing on my hand. There's a tiny handman dancing on my hand. Who's that tiny handman dancing on my hand? Do the splits. This is a fun little thing. Oh, you like that?
That's the second creepiest thing I've seen today.
I love that the eagle is so committed to looking like a bird. If my ex, the eagle, doesn't do that the whole show, I will be wildly disappointed.
Well, you know, if the eagle is looking directly at us, it can't see anything. It has to turn to both sides.
And also, my ex, the eagle, has a bit of a man body, so I call him Eagle Man. He's a bit of a local hero.
Speaking of local heroes, you know what? It wouldn't be the Winter Solstice without our wizard bud.
No.
And I'm not talking about Usidore.
Oh.
I am talking about Usidore the Wizard.
Wizard of the 12th realm of Ephesius, master of light and shadow, manipulator of magical delights, devourer of chaos. Oh, I love birds. The elves know me as Fiang Yalak. The dwarves know me as Sonin and Hookstanges. And I am known in the northeast as Gasmoenius Maystar. And there may be other secret names. Names so festive that if uttered aloud, why jingle bells would pop out of thine very skull. Rattle and rattle until your brain was mush.
Spaghetti.
I still don't understand that. Hello.
Do you want to ask me about it, Usidore?
No, not particularly.
I will grant you one Winter Solstice wish. Whoa.
I'm going to save it for something better than that.
People want closure.
Fine. What does spaghetti mean?
It don't mean nothing. I just started saying it, and I was like, he's going to ask me someday, and then you just never did. Just never did.
It's almost as if I knew how unsatisfying the answer would be.
Damn, y'all. Let's be forgiving.
I'm very sorry. It's the Winter Solstice.
It's the Winter Solstice, all right?
We should be celebrating the holidays. Of course, my new favorite holiday is 7 Swans A-Swimming. It's a 7-day-long holiday, and there's a wonderful song that goes with it.
Oh, I'd love to hear it.
I would love to hear it.
7 swans are swimming, 6 swans are swimming, 5 swans are swimming, 4 swans are swimming, 3 swans are swimming, 2 swans are swimming, and a swan swimming.
Pretty catchy. Have you ever thought, and this is unsolicited, I know, constructive criticism, have you ever thought about mixing up swans with other birds?
Slow down, pervert. I know you're going to suggest 6 geese a-laying over here, but...
Well, of course, the tradition is that swans tend to float and they don't really swim, per se, underwater. But around this winter solstice, every day, an extra swan joins the previous swan in diving deep under the water and pulling up pieces of coral.
Arnie, did you know that swans float? And if they sink, they're a witch?
Isn't that right, Eagle? That was the single most affirmative caw I have ever heard in my days.
I've got to believe at least one of those birds is not that into this.
And I think I see which one. Arnie, I gotta say, after hearing my ex declare that noise, I kind of miss him. Hey, call me maybe. Call me maybe. There's a tiny handman dancing on my arm. There's a tiny handman dancing on my leg. There's a tiny handman.
This is crazy.
Making his way up. Oh, what else? What else?
Yes, what's next?
What's next? Oh, didn't we say, I don't know if this is the right day, but didn't we say we were going to do a potluck sometime? Well, Arnie, what do you, around the holidays, is there anything specific you like to eat?
Oh, yes, what are some of your traditions back on Earth for your Christmas?
Oh, well, on Earth we have a few holidays around this time of year.
Yeah, we mentioned Christmas, so details.
Yeah, Christmas is the main one. I mean, it's...
Whoa!
No.
For you, perhaps.
Look, no, here's the thing. I don't mean to suggest that Christmas is really any better than any holidays.
But you're saying everybody on Earth celebrates Christmas. So you would say Merry Christmas to everyone.
Well, they're kind of cursed to eventually say it. I mean...
They're cursed?
That's the curse of Christmas.
Whoa.
Classic Christmas curse.
Christmas is like a parasite, a cheerful parasite that infects the host and slowly takes over the entire body. Like, first Christmas took over the Winter Solstice on my world, and then Christmas started to take over all of the rest of the country. But then the interesting thing was the version of Christmas started to take over Christmas. And so, I don't know, you can read it all on my blog. Look, Christmas is just kind of weird.
But you still celebrate it. What do you love about it?
Christmas is like Monopoly on my world.
We don't understand that
No
analogy.
frame of reference.
It will become clear. It's a board game on my world, and there's a lot of great imagery, but to really enjoy it, you have to have house rules. Like, you have to celebrate it in your own way. Like when I was growing up, a lot of people on Earth celebrate Christmas on Christmas morning, but when I was a kid, we used to go out at night and drive around in my dad's car.
Oh, so dangerous.
And my mom would stay home, usually saying something like, I don't feel so good. And so we'd all
Is
go
this
out.
when you would stand on top of the car and do what you call teen wolfing it?
That is more of a summer thing.
You have to have styles to do that.
We'd drive around and we'd look and we'd see like a red dot on top of a radio tower, and we'd say, "It's Rudolph, the red-nosed reindeer." And then we'd come home and my mom would be at the door and she would say, "You won't believe what happened. While you were gone, I was in the bathroom and I heard a noise and I came out and Santa Claus came. He came at night." And we, it took years for us to be like, "Why is Mom always in the bathroom?" Is that part of Santa's magic?
And you said one year and I know this is maybe not the time or place, and I know it's a deeply unsettling moment in your life, but you said one year you did see your mom kissing Santa Claus?
Was your mother having an affair with Santa Claus? Oh, I'm sick, I can't go out. I'll just be in the bathroom.
Fucking this fat man.
Whoa! Hey, that's my mom. I can tell adorable stories about her going to the bathroom. Look,
How do you feel about that, chicken? Kind of a head shake, hard to tell.
That eagle talks for all of them, I think. But you know what? There's a bunch of other people here that I'm very excited to teach us about some of the more holidays.
Wonderful.
Of food.
Wonderful. Before we bring him out, I do want to mention, as always, if people want to email the show with any questions or any thoughts from Earth, they can email me at chunt@gmail.com. That's Chunt with 6 T's. And
One of those birds was like, "Oh, I've got his email now."
Oh, shit.
He doesn't respond to my cause. I know that's the same joke that you made before.
Yeah. Worth it. It was worth it.
Birds wouldn't get that excited about email. They prefer Twitter. I should leave now.
Yeah. It was a callback. I don't deserve that. It's the holidays.
No, there's a ghost here. My dad's here.
Oh,
Boo, Dad. Boo to my dad. Oh no, they're booing. My dad's just one person. That's boos. Yeah.
I was gonna say I was worried that before the show was over, we would be visited by 3 boos.
What?
That's why I come here for the booze. I'm drunk. Right, Eagle? You and I are going to start our own podcast.
That really seems to tickle you, Usidore.
Imagine all of your strange earthen world listening to me talking to a bird. We'll see if Stitch is interested. But you said we have some more guests that are going to tell us about the holidays.
Yeah, I'm very excited for our first guest, and really, we have no right to not let her be here because technically she owns the Tavern. I'm excited to hear about some holidays from Activia Barleyfoot.
Ooh.
Friendship. Oh, yes, the angelic. Hello. Oh, I'm so excited to be here.
Activia, you are so much friendlier than I remember in the past.
Oh, what can I say? It's that time of year, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just so magical. The lights, the trees, the lights. It's beautiful. I can't contain myself. I'm such a hard-ass, badass, scary-ass ogre all the time. But this time of year...
I'm glad you said it.
I turn to a big bowl of mist, you know?
Oh, that's so sweet.
Thank you.
I'm glad you enjoy the lights. I often go around Hogsface casting my spell of Gaeliv Lichten Commerce, making twinkling lights appear all over the city.
It's beautiful. I love your work. I wish you did it in the ones that chase, though. You know, because you do the static ones, but I'd rather you do the ones that chase.
Oh, well, I can do some of those. I'll do that tonight, right after the show.
Thank you, Fiengyalek. Oh, I'm so excited.
I'm sorry, Usidore, do you ever have a problem with that spell where, like, just part of the magic isn't working and makes, like, a lot of the magic not work? You're like, which...
Yes, if even one small part of the spell is broken, all of the spell doesn't work.
Yeah.
But normally doesn't it come with a little baggie of replacement partial spells so you could just screw it into the main overall spell?
Yes, I often have a pouch of replacement spells.
But you gotta know which part it is. You're like, is it Gaeliv? Is it Lichten? Is it Comber? Wait, did I do Gaeliv or did I not do Gaeliv?
But then
You can read about it on my blog.
I'm impressed you don't just throw the whole spell out. You know, you try and isolate the damage section. It shows perseverance on your part.
Don't think I am not tempted to do so. Right, Eagle?
Did you see that when Usidore just gave that big hearty laugh, his belly shook.
Yes, you're right. When
I
he
never
laughs,
noticed how much his belly
his
shakes.
belly shakes like a bowl full of shit.
Speaking of bowl full of shit, your mom was in the bathroom, and she heard a noise.
You're lucky my mom barely knows what a podcast is. But nobody talk about it on Facebook.
Activia, what do you, this time of year, what do you tend to do, or what do you tend to enjoy? Like, what are your, where do your proclivities lie?
Yeah, I learned about Winter Solstice late in life because, you know, as you know, I was raised in a very strict religious practice. We don't celebrate any holidays, no birthdays, no nothing. We were Bossa Nova's assistants.
Oh.
Just sit with that for a minute. So, as a child, it was prohibited. So now, as an adult, I'm experiencing it with childlike wonder. So I love it. I love Christmas. I love how you force him to do things. I actually know him. I know him a bit.
You know Chris?
Yeah, he's a real piece of work. So just force him to do whatever you can. He deserves it.
Oh, yes, he's a gigantic piece of shit.
Yeah. He's pure downright trash, yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't care who knows it, but it's a beautiful holiday. I like, of course, Hanukkah. Hanukkah I'm just learning about because I enjoy multiple tiny fires.
More lights.
More lights. I like lights, is what I'm establishing here, I guess.
I think you like fire.
I mean, I like things where it was once dark, now it is light. Kind of like my heart, like 90% of the year is very dark and cold and hard. And then like one time a year, there's a brief flicker. Like right now, during the holidays, is the premise I'm establishing.
Ooh, very nice. You know, I enjoy Hanukkah too. We've established the
Hanukkah 2? There's a sequel to Hanukkah?
It's a sequel.
Oh, right, with Bruce Willis, right?
Yes, it's with
Few
Willis
people
the Bruce.
know it's a holiday movie. No one knows it's a holiday movie.
And what they do is they still light the little fires, and then what happens is the king sends a handful of his finest soldiers, and they all go a little cuckoo. It's 8 crazy nights.
We've just been visited by a second boo. That's the boo of Christmas present.
I wasn't crazy about Hanukkah 3, Live 3, or Hanukkah.
No.
What about 2 Hanukkah, 2 candles?
It was better. But the problem with the third one was they tried to have 16 crazy nights. And 16 lights. You just double up.
Was it like 16 candles or 16 lights?
It wasn't like 16 candles.
I would have loved that.
Yeah. Doesn't hold up.
No, it's not great.
No, I can't imagine.
And I always get confused, where does Hanukkah Origins come in? Like, is Hanukkah Origins, like, after Hanukkah, two Hanukkah, oh, Hanukkah, my Hanukkah?
My Hanukkah, isn't that where Hanukkah gets stung by bees and dies?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Very sad.
Yeah.
Very sad.
Very sad.
Very sad. Usidore loves it.
Oh, yeah. You've got bees on your socks.
So I do.
And I don't want to know how they got there. Yeah.
There's a tiny toe man dancing on my toe. Activia, I have to say, I don't know if I've ever noticed this before, because usually you're looming over me.
Yeah.
But while you're seated, dem ears, though. Like, I never noticed how
you enjoy
magnificent and stunning your ears are. Did you ever, you said as a kid you didn't celebrate much holiday stuff. As a kid, were you ever teased for those ears?
Oh, I was teased all the time. Yeah, people would be like, Activia, look at those ears. You must be able to see a long way. Kids are cruel.
And stupid.
Yeah.
And dumb. Kids are dumb and cruel.
Kids.
But even though they were wrong about what ears do, I still felt the hurt.
Yeah.
So who's dumb? Them or me? I don't know.
I'm sure it hurt doubly before they didn't even bother to understand what your ears were supposed to do.
No.
That was mean. It was cruel of them.
If anything, I'd say it was uncalled for. Where my birds at, eh?
I just saw a parrot pour a drink down its neck. Like it's got like a tracheotomy.
Hey. My ex had a surgery, okay?
Oh.
I'm sorry, I lost it when that eagle raised the roof. Its face is so stoic, its shoulders so celebratory.
This is why I always tell you I love birds. They're just a hoot.
Guys.
Yep.
Guys.
Oh, that one you're mad at.
That one you're mad at?
That one, you fickle cunts, that one you're mad at. Come on, this has been a shit show already, you're mad at that one.
Arnie, I feel like we don't call people in a tavern fickle cunts enough. You said fickle or pickled?
Either one, you're preserved as well.
Are there fickle cunts in the audience? Oh.
Yes, what up?
Yeah, they're seated all over the place.
Oh, so I'm excited to learn about even the holidays I don't know, I haven't learned about yet. So I'm excited. All of them excite me. I love them.
Well, you know what? We can learn a little bit more because I asked another wizard to stop by.
Is it can?
It's not. It's not can. It's not can. I'm really excited to learn more about Winter Solstice and the holidays from Jamillious the Mauve.
Yes, raise thine hands in celebratory dance for Jamillious the Mauve.
Man, it is great to be here, y'all. Oh, man. Woo!
Looking good as always.
Oh, yeah. You know, I just got through feasting, you know. It's feast season. You know how I do.
I know how you do.
What did you say? Feast?
No.
Feast season?
The feast
season?
Feast season.
Feast.
Feast season.
Okay. Yeah.
Feast
Okay.
season.
Feast season.
Feast season.
It sounds delicious.
Oh, yeah, it's great. It's great. You know, but y'all know me. You know, I'm Jamillious Washington. You know, I'm the bringer of feast and famine. You know, I'm the master of the slave plantation. You know, shatterer of the triangle trade winds. Yeah, the drawers know me as that dude. You know, the L's know me as Holden, always Holden. You know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean. Eagle knows what I mean. Yeah.
Eagle just did a hood nod.
Yeah, he knows what's up.
Yeah, flap, give.
Yeah. The vampires know me as my queen to be. And you know, in the far south, I'm always known as boy. So, you know, you can't help it, you know? It's always the same thing, you know what I mean? So yeah, it's been straight up feasting, y'all.
Spaghetti.
Yeah.
I have to ask.
Don't.
I have to ask. Where did you get those mauve sandals? Those are beautiful.
Oh yeah, I actually I picked them up at a cool store. You know, there's actually a special place in the South. You know, it's pretty cool. It's pretty sad, but it's pretty cool.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So what happens is we have a bunch of people that make shoes.
Cobblers?
Yeah, well, you know, they're like shoe specialists.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, my word was dumb.
Yeah. Well, because you know they don't really like put shoes together. They more so like sew them. You know what
gotcha.
I mean? So
Okay.
they're not hammering no more. They're sewing.
Yeah.
But the thing that's cool is that every pair of mauve sandals you get, they take a pair of mauve sandals and they give them to somebody that's in a whole nother continent.
Oh.
It's pretty amazing, but it's kind of sad, you know,
Yeah.
because there's a whole bunch of people running around without shoes, man.
Yeah, and we don't know their size.
Yeah.
And are the shoes they give those people who are less advantaged just as shit as the one they give us?
Yeah.
So they
yeah.
run out of, it's like you got people in a third world country, you know, running around in shoes that don't hold up.
Yeah, and it's weird because the people making the shoes should be keeping the shoes, you know, if they're giving those shoes somewhere else, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a real travesty, you know. I'm sorry, I come with some real talk, and I'm full of
I hear the call. I hear the call. For now we know that these people without shoes, we know not their shoe size. Let Usidore use his great magics. Jarath Kentiam Biardath Tedtef Telpow. They need a size 8.
Wow. I mean, that's why he's the man.
That reminds me of the most beautiful Christmas song on earth.
Oh,
It
sing
does?
it. Sing it.
Sing it.
Sing it. Sing it. Sing it.
Call.
Sing it, you pickle cunt.
Call.
It's called Christmas Shoes, and I don't remember it exactly, just remember being traumatized by it. But as best as I can remember, it's something like, my mama was dying, and it was Christmas time, so I got her some Christmas shoes. And when she was in the bathroom, Santa came. Something like that. I'm paraphrasing.
You got a lot of issues with your mom, man.
And bathrooms.
It's just a holiday tradition.
All right.
I have a question for you, Jamillious.
Yeah, what's up?
Every time you buy a giant book backpack, does a child in another continent get that as well?
No, man. You got to earn this book bag, you know what I mean?
Because it sort of looks like something a child would wear.
No. See,
How dare you?
yeah, you know, see, this is my spell book.
Oh.
You know what I mean? I always have it on me, you know, just
Yeah.
in case I find a freestyle spell I like and I want to put it down, you know, and put a hot track behind it. Bam.
Word, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
I do.
Yeah. So, if you don't have it close to you, you might forget it. You know what I mean?
Usidore, you don't carry around a spell book.
I ate it.
He remembers everything he eats.
Because I remember everything I eat.
Yeah, they call him the easy.
That's right.
Yeah, because he never has to write any of his spells down. He just goes straight into the booth and just lays down those spells. You know what I mean?
What was that chicken's name that you ate 2 weeks ago?
Dareth.
What was he like?
Sweet.
Tangy?
A little tangy.
Do you wish you only ate jerks? Just like really rude animals and stuff.
I feel like a jerk chicken would be pretty good.
Yeah,
that's pretty tasty. It's pretty tasty.
and you're also removing a jerk from the world.
I'm sure.
One less jerk.
I mean, we all probably have plenty of jerks, but it's probably good to have less of them.
Yeah.
What else does Jamillious have to say?
Oh, yeah. It's okay. It's all good. We're going to go down. I want to let y'all know that I have some, actually, you said you didn't really experience a lot of holidays,
No,
right?
teach me. I'm a sponge.
Yeah. So there's actually one of my favorite holidays I love. It's actually, it's the day after the main feast. Main feast day is 1 month before, Winter Solstice. And there's this tradition that you have that if you really want to get the best things, you participate in a thing called Black Friday.
Oh, it sounds spooky but well seasoned.
Oh, no, it's real cool. You like it. So what happens is, if you happen to be a black person in Foon, then you get to go to any white person in Foon's house. And if they don't have a gift for you when you knock on the door, you can take anything in their house.
Whoa! That is awesome!
It sounds awesome at first, but point of order, is this a day where black people just go and loot white people's houses?
We don't call it looting. It's not really looting. It's more like...
You take an item from their house?
Well, I mean, they can choose to give you a gift. You know what I mean?
Right. So you extort them. You force them to give you something.
No.
And if they don't,
we're not,
you're going to go in their house and take something, which I think many of them think we're going to do anyway.
It's not looting. It's not looting.
I just want to get the details clear.
It's not looting. It's more so getting what we deserve.
Wait, okay.
You know what I mean? It's more of like, we're getting some, little payback for all the things that have happened in the, in the history of the southern of Foon. You know what I mean?
It begs the question, is this racist?
Yeah.
I mean...
Who can say?
I mean...
Well, there has to be some kind of time limitation on it, right?
Oh, yeah, it's 24 hours.
Like maybe it's like, okay, but you can't come into my home until 6 a.m.
Well, it's 24 hours after you feast.
Oh, okay.
So you have to put out, the minute you feast, you got to put a little mark on that side of your door. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's like put it on both of your doorposts.
Yeah.
So that when a black person walks by, they know, hey, can I come in here? No, I better not go in there. There's no markers on the doorpost. I got to keep moving to the next house.
Right, so when the black person passes over your house, they know whether or not
Yeah.
they can go in.
Yeah,
and as
whether or
long as
not.
it's 6 a.m. Now, is that 6 a.m. white people time or the other ones?
Yeah, it's more seafood time.
Okay, I'm just...
Colored food time.
Colored food time.
Yeah,
Seafood time?
I'm so excited to be learning all
Here's
this.
my question, and this is very important.
Yeah.
Otherwise, when I'm out in Hog's Face having conversations, can I use the expression seafood time? Or am I going to get in,
I mean, you could. You could.
Yo, that's racist.
but it depends if you have the hard tea in it or not.
Oh.
No, if it's soft tea on the time, then maybe. You're playing with your own. Even who's around, who's your friends, who's there.
Yeah.
If it's still unclear, we could just ask the eagle.
Well, I think that having dated some birds, I can speak with confidence that most of them celebrate another holiday called, where they let out some grief, called Bird Monday. Isn't that right, Eagle?
But you're back on board for that. I'm just trying to figure out the landscape here.
But Bird Monday is their day to kind of get it all out.
Because birds deserve it too. You know what I mean?
So wait, this is just for your side bird? It's so this is for adulterous birds?
Yeah, a side bird.
I see. Is it so then do you also
My
celebrate?
side chick.
Yeah. Do you also celebrate Fuck Local Saturday?
Fuck Local Saturday. What's that?
Fuck Local Saturday is where you're like, I've got to stop going to all these big boxes and I've got to fuck local. It takes a little bit longer.
Do I still think globally and fuck locally, or just?
Well, depends on how quickly you want to come.
I don't know what any of this is, but I celebrate Giving Tuesday.
Giving Tuesday?
What's that?
Oh, I'm giving. On Tuesday.
All right, well, as long as everybody participates in their local erections, I think we'll be all right.
Yeah. It's always important, you know what I mean? It's always the small erections that really count, you know what I mean?
I
wouldn't know anything about that.
I like your book bag.
Thanks.
Arnie, now that we have four. Oh,
do you want to try it on? Ooh. Do you want to try it on?
I'm sorry, I just realized I am here with my friends, so I just have to, hello.
You need me to be your wingman?
I'm doing that thing, you do with your girlfriends when you're like, hey, say that thing that I need you to say to get me to go.
Oh, yeah, right.
Right? We have that thing we planned before, Chunt?
Yeah.
Okay, so just when I give you the signal, you could do that for me.
Yeah,
Okay.
and let me know if you want to switch spots.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. Arnie, now that we have 4 people from Foon here, would you mind sharing a little bit more about Earth holidays, about Christmas? Do you have...
Well, what do you want to know about Earth
What do
Christmas?
people wear? Is there a certain thing people wear during Christmas? Is there a typical gift that you give? Is love enough? Do families all come together and celebrate?
Yes, is there a particular memory that perhaps stands out?
Well, sure. This is kind of weird. It's not really a memory, but I'm in an unusually good mood. I mean, around the holidays, they're sort of placed in the middle of winter because it can sometimes be the darkest, most stressful time of the year. And I don't know, I just feel a little bit better because it's the holidays. And I just, I almost never remember my dreams, but last night I just had this great dream that I was home for Christmas. And
Oh, good. Will you tell us about your dream, please?
well, I'm just not sure what it means. Like,
Why don't you lie down? Get comfortable. Here, use
I'm not
my
sure
use my
what
chair.
it means. There was a lot of powerful imagery, so I'm going to try to remember it.
Feet up.
Oh, thank you. I'm going to try to
Yeah, yeah.
remember it as much as possible.
You need to back off. You okay? Keep going. Keep going.
I was on Earth, and, in Chicago, and... What's going on?
Nothing. I'm just looking at my bird.
And the Christmas tree was up. There were lots of boxes, which signified that we had meant to put the ornaments on, but we probably wouldn't get to it for a couple of weeks still. And my mom was in the bathroom. I don't know. What do you think? What do you think it means?
This seemed like it was a current happening, as if you were on Earth right now.
Yeah, I was on Earth right now with my daughter, the age that she would be now.
Phone your daughter?
Yeah, and she just kept saying Elsa and Anna, Elsa and Anna, Elsa and Anna.
Are those her friends?
She says she thinks they're her friends. She seemed to think so in a way that I imagine would be very hard to convince her otherwise. And why would I try? But maybe I'd want to.
Now, at first I was not interested in this dream, but something strange has happened. You're telling me it seemed as if you were not watching this from outside, but you are a participant in these activities.
Yeah.
As if you were there.
Yeah.
Oh, Arnold.
It's Arnie.
What if you are?
Whoa, didn't we cover this in an episode?
Whoa.
Fly, you fools! Over to patreon.com/Magic Tavern right now and become a patron of the show. For only $5 a month, you get access to all of our wonderful bonus content and material and ad-free versions of the show.
Usidore, didn't you say you were going to bring someone on to do a Winter Solstice reading for us?
Oh, yes, I am very excited, of course. People of the Tavern, listen now to Usidore.
They're already listening.
Today, you shall learn the true meaning of Gunderstein from our hallowed guest, Rhapsody Gunderheirre.
Don't be alarmed.
Just some friendly birds.
Yes. All right. Good evening, everyone. I'm Rhapsody Gunderheirre, and hello. I am a fairy queen and descendant of the great hero Gunder, and I'm here this evening to bring attention to a wonderful but misunderstood Winter Solstice holiday, Gunderstein. You probably know something about how we celebrate Gunderstein in the town of Gunder and other nearby villages. You may know that every third Blernsday Eve, we meet in the town square and throw fruit at each other. Whoever eats the most fruit without getting knocked unconscious is the caretaker of all the fruit in town for the rest of the winter season. But as soon as the Blern season starts, they have to give everyone a sincere compliment. It's very nice. You might even know that once every century, a child appears on the Gunder stump in the center of town and predicts the weather for the following century. But she's only right about half the time. Comme ci, comme ça. And of course, everyone knows that we go on about our holiday business during Winter Solstice. We each carry our oversized mallets along with us to hit each other over the head with them. But what most people don't realize is that Gunderstein celebrates the defeat of the first Dark Lord of Foon. Yes. That's right. That's the true meaning of Gunderstein. And I'm here to remind you why our mallet is sound to give a little pound. Many countless centuries ago, the first Dark Lord strode across the street on his terrible steed. There, he sought to wreak havoc upon his neighbor, my famous ancestor, Gunder. Gunder was a simple person who worked hard and cared for all those around her. On this particular day, despite Gunder's stellar reputation, the Dark Lord lifted his terrible hand and smacked Gunder across the face. Yes, boo indeed.
Boo. Yes, boo, yeah.
Gunder was shocked. Why had her neighbor just come across the street and smacked her in the face? Aghast, Gunder turned to her neighbor and said, "Ted, why'd you do that?" Ted, no more foolish Gunder. I am the Dark Lord of Foon and shall rule over all.
Yes, also boo, yes.
Boo is right.
Gunder thought long and hard and said, "Can I get my pruning shears back then?" And the Dark Lord spake, "No, Gunder, you cannot have your pruning shears because I am evil. Now, yes. Boo that man." Gunder thought long and hard and then said, "Well, I don't like it much. Could you maybe stop? Also, why did you ride your horse across the street?" "Do you mean my terrible steed?" spake the Dark Lord. "Sure," said Gunder after a long pause. "To begin a reign of terror that will last for 1 billion centuries, for I cannot die and will get stronger and stronger each time I am reborn. Mwahaha, mwahaha," said the Dark Lord, formerly doing business as Ted. How? I don't know, I just assumed that last part. I could be wrong about that bit. Once again, Gunderheirre thought long and hard and then decided to kill Ted with the hammer she'd been holding the whole time. Gunderheirre's totally normal blows struck Ted in the head, sending Ted to meet the goddesses. And that is why we celebrate, to remember Gunderheirre, the one who preemptively spared us from the most boring and least interesting incarnation of the Dark Lord. Each strike of our mallet is a reminder that we all have a responsibility to take care of each other, even when it isn't easy or immediately beneficial to ourselves, and that we shouldn't always wait until things get really bad to take action for the greater good. It is our symbolic gesture of love and protection. So, this Gunderstein, don't wait. Please help someone in need and give them a mallet. And then hit them on the head with another mallet to show them that you care.
Beautiful.
That was great.
Oh.
Thank you, Rhapsody.
Yeah, I love hearing about the Gunderheirres.
I wish there were more holidays that celebrated a murder with a hammer. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, I can think of 2 or 3.
Yeah? Oh, I love it. I love a bludgeoning.
Mm-hmm. Bludgeon is one.
Ooh, bludgeoning,
Oh,
yeah.
bludgeon. I didn't know that was an official holiday.
They celebrate it up in Fingaria. The barbarians there. One day a year, they just bludgeon someone.
That just sounds like a murder.
No, if
Yeah.
it's done on the right day, it's a
Yeah.
purge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a one-person purge.
It's also, John Henry Day.
Oh, what's that?
It's where you go to a railroad and you just hit people with hammers. It's like whack-a-mole, but like on a railroad.
Arnie, have we told you about railroads here in Foon?
No, you have railroads?
You didn't do the reading?
Oh, yeah.
No.
Of course.
We gave you a book about all the railroads.
Yeah.
No.
You didn't read it all the live long day?
No.
You were supposed to be working on the railroad.
All the live long day?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. It's very simple. They just put a little rail along some of the roads. It helps the horses not get lost. You just tie a little rope and they just follow the rail.
Yeah.
You put your hook in, and then it's like takes you along there so you don't get lost.
That's
Fall
right.
asleep- You can fall asleep, and the horse just gets you where you got to get.
Uh-huh.
It's really handy.
Yeah.
But what about the holiday associated with it you were telling us about?
Oh, John Henry Day.
Yes.
Yeah. So then you bring your hammer to the railroad, and
Uh-huh.
it's like whack-a-mole. You get to when people go by, it's like. And at the end of that day, how hard you worked shows how much you care about the railroad.
Oh. And you get tickets that represent that, right?
Yeah, you get tickets.
And what can you trade those tickets in for?
Well, you can get real cool things, like you can get a magic station.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's like games play themselves, you know what I mean? It's like a little cool magic trick is happening in front of you.
Yeah.
I got this bottle on my belt that I don't keep anything in.
Oh.
That one. I thought it looked empty.
I also got an oversized Minotaur one time. It was like a huge Minotaur.
Yeah.
It was real cool though.
I feel like Minotaurs are already oversized to start with.
I know you're thinking of a Maxitar.
Oh.
Yeah.
Am I one of you now?
Activia, if you want me to buy you a drink,
No,
wouldn't
she's
mind.
good.
No, I'm all right. I'm here with my friends. It's her birthday.
I don't. Just trying to be nice, you know what I mean?
Oh, speaking of friends, I forgot we had another friend that wanted to come by and tell us about another holiday. Ladies and gentlemen, please, one of our oldest and dearest friends / nemesis, Flower the Talking Flower.
But nobody else fucking stand up or anything. It's just something that I wanted to do. It's just fuck, use.
I'm going to choose to take that as a compliment.
I was thinking that for a long time while I was sitting over there, because you fucking left me over there!
I was supposed to bring you over to the table, and I forgot.
Yeah, it's okay. I learned to walk in the meantime.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it's good for me.
Yeah, it's cool to see you so ambulatory.
Yeah, I've been working on it. I got a Fitbit.
You know about Fitbit, Arnie?
No, what's a Fitbit?
It's a dog that chases you around and bites you when you're not fucking working out.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
That'll do it. That'll motivate
yeah, it does.
you.
It's good. It's good.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. It barks a lot at people who are, a little darker, So you run a little harder, you run a little faster, so you're better at sports,
I'm not gonna comment on that.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's just, it's a dog thing.
That's my comfort level.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
That's where I live.
Guys, this holiday season, we learned that flour has some boundaries.
Yeah.
We all have room to grow. Yeah. You guys talking about holidays though?
Yeah, we're talking about all the different holidays.
Oh, yes.
My favorite holidays is Honda Days. You guys celebrate Honda Days?
Oh, I love it. Love it.
Yeah, do you know about Honda Days?
No, I don't know about Honda Days.
Well, Hondas are animals that are bred in Foon, and they're very affordable and sort of basic level animal. And then on Honda Days, it's the job of the people that run Honda places to just get rid of all the fucking Hondas. They're like, and it's driven by fear and panic. It's like, oh fuck, we got so many Hondas, we gotta get rid of all these goddamn Hondas. And then they're working under pressure, they're just drinking coffee, their families' holidays are on the line.
We have to make room for all the new Hondas that are going to be born this year.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you'd have no interest.
I didn't say, oh. And that was the boo of Christmas future.
And Flower, you can, if you want to get a Honda, you can also do APR financing, right?
Yeah, you can do it in April. They'll put it aside for you. They'll say, yeah, you coming back? You look trustworthy. Okay, and if you don't, they're like, go fucking get a Taurus. Ride that shit. I don't care.
A Taurus is just a big bull.
Maybe what if you don't have a need for an animal all the time? Can you just occasionally, just if you're in the mood, just lift one?
Lift a Honda?
No, we've done all three.
You've used them.
We used them all up. You should have been a little more judicious along the way.
Choices.
I used to like Honda Days, but then I was celebrating Honda Days once at one of the Honda places, and they said, what's it going to take to get you into a Honda today? And I said, that's an animal. I don't want to get inside of it.
Did you hear that, Chunt?
Yeah, Chunt.
I like to get inside animals.
Earlier when you said, just now you said judicious, that made me think when you guys were talking about Hanukkah, and it just made me it made me think of the fact that I came late into Hanukkah. I came in at Hanukkah Resurrection.
Oh.
And I was like, what the fuck is happening? Why is Winona Ryder here?
It's very weird.
Yeah,
Is she Jewish?
Yeah. My favorite Hanukkah is the Hanukkah is called Hanukkah, and it's just like the last 7 Hanukkahs never happened.
Yeah, it's like they just come in, they were like, forget what we told you.
Forget that last 20 years of Hanukkah.
We told you.
Hanukkah happened
Hanukkah.
It's just Hanukkah.
Yeah. Is that the one where Hanukkah's son fights the blonde-haired Christmas boy?
Yes, yeah.
But Hanukkah trains him. And I didn't see any of the first Hanukkahs.
Yeah, he trains him, but then there's but she doesn't realize that she's been trained until the last minute.
Okay.
And then you realize, oh man, he is ready for Hanukkah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then they just burn Hanukkah down.
I realized I haven't seen any of them, and I shouldn't have started talking.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck we're talking about now.
Flower, I wanted to say that I'm excited to see you. This is our first Winter Solstice together.
Wait a minute, she's back!
Yeah. I came back for the holidays.
We're looking for you.
I'm fine. You win. You did it.
Okay.
Flower.
I'm not mad about it, but what the fuck?
Flower.
Like, no one told me where's this bitch been?
Activia's been back for a while.
I went on a trip. I went around, but you have to come back for the solstice, and I'll go back out again probably.
Probably.
I can't be here all the time. It's just logistics.
I know.
That checks out.
But Flower, I wanted to thank you for your dedication looking for me. It meant a lot, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a lot. And like I don't know why that horse got in here, but horses make so much noise in Foon, you know.
It's either a girls' night or a robbery.
Or maybe it's someone just getting what they deserve.
Okay.
Okay.
You know what I mean? What? As in like taking, they're not robbing anybody. They're just taking back the stuff that they are owed. The stuff that they are deserved of.
They're repossessing it.
They're repossessing
It's
it.
a repossession of a present, like a represent.
There's
a joke in there somewhere.
It's a representation of a joke, you know.
Now, Flower, Activia's been back for quite a while.
Yeah, I just don't care.
There was a big chunk of the year where she was running the tavern.
Oh.
You weren't here at all during that time?
She didn't come in, no.
I didn't come in. I got other stuff going on.
And
Flower, what do you have going on?
Okay, listen, I got myself in a real situation.
Uh-oh.
Right now, I'm just be honest, it's like the holidays. I can be honest with you guys. I'm in a bit of a pickle. And a little bit of a pickled cunt right now. I just,
Can we get t-shirts that say pickled cunts?
I mean, we've been 1H away from that for a while, so. So I saw it.
Can we maybe get one shirt an adult would wear?
Nah. Yeah, I reconnected with my high school sweetheart. Yeah, I went to high school.
No, I was amazed at this wonderful tale of you and a past love reunited.
Yeah, but here's where it gets complicated. It's like it's the holiday season and we're in this small town, and then I was helping at my friend's bakery because she was short-staffed, and so like I'm working in the bakery and this guy comes in and then like we hit it off, and I'm thinking about my high school sweetheart that I'm supposed to be with, but then this guy, and it turns out this second dude's a fucking prince. Oh. And so like I have to decide whether to stick with who I thought was the love of my life or like move to a different country and marry this prince or maybe be royalty. And it's like the holidays.
Now,
that's a real Hallmark occasion,
yeah.
I think I can help you through this.
Okay, sounds good.
I have a couple of questions, follow-up questions.
Yep.
The one that you thought you were in love with, who's not the prince.
He's my high school sweetheart.
Yes. Is he some sort of high-powered executive who's lost the sense of what the Winter Solstice means?
Yeah.
All right, that's what I thought.
Is he in the big city or in the country?
He's in the country.
Okay.
He's a small town guy.
He's a small town executive.
Okay.
He's a
small town executive.
He's a small town.
This is all.
Small town executive.
Well,
those are the best kind, though.
Yeah.
Flower, I can relate to you. I'm also dealing with running into an ex.
Cool, let's make it about you.
Well, no, I just wanted to relate. Yeah.
Is the bakery?
Does everybody see these birds?
Yes.
Yeah,
they've been there the whole time.
We've had a whole thing. They're wonderful allies,
cool.
Flower.
Cool.
Is the bakery in danger of going out of business?
Always.
Okay. This is all starting to add up.
We actually had a recent bake-off dance-a-thon.
Ooh.
In the middle of this small town to try to
that
raise
seems dangerous.
spirits.
I heard about this. You put on sunglasses and did a little dance.
That was my move.
I saw the signs that said this bakery has flour.
Only when music plays. So will you play some music?
Yes, I'll play some music. May I touch your knee?
Absolutely.
Oh, I thought that was a song.
Tiny hand man dancing on your knee. I'm a tiny hand man dancing on your knee. I'm a tiny hand man dancing on our knee. Our knee, my knee. Dance man.
Yeah, that's it.
Flower.
I like how during most of that I held a microphone to my mouth like I was gonna fucking say anything. Yep.
I have some bad news for you. Based on the answer to your questions and a spell that I just cast,
Oh no.
I believe that the prince and the local small town executive are the same person in disguise.
Wait.
Wow.
I believe he's been lying to you the whole time.
How?
But there is good news. He's pretended to be a prince to win your heart, for he fears as a high-powered local executive he won't be able to win your heart over. So if you confront him and tell him that you know the truth, that he's not really a prince at all, and he's the man you've loved since high school, then you two will be married, and you'll save the bakery.
Arnie, do you ever get concerned that Usidore knows too much about this story?
A little bit, but I'm just excited that it's a story where love conquers all in the holiday season, and everybody gets a happy ending.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not going for it.
Well, speaking of happy endings, if anybody wants a happy ending, I happen to know that an eagle can make you come in 3 strokes. A normal birdie's 2, an eagle's 3.
Wow.
Everyone knows that about eagles. It's one of their hallmarks.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
is it fair to assume that any point that something is going on in the show, Chunt is sitting here being like, Eagles. Eagles.
It's a goddamn.
Bird.
It's a
Yes.
goddamn mind map.
Eagles.
I'm a shapeshifter. you know?
Flower, I
Yeah.
just wanted to know, in your story, is your friend who owns a bakery, might she be in what looks like a terrible marriage, but then she's able to give you sage relationship advice, even though it looks like she and her husband fucking hate each other, and she's very pregnant inexplicably for like 11 months in the time that you're with her?
You know Margie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell her, hey.
I actually have a question. Is this ex-love of yours by any chance Dean Cain?
Yeah, it's Dean Cain.
Wow.
The guy who runs the local college?
Yeah. I feel like this kind of thing is always happening to Dean Cain.
Yeah. Well, you know, one thing, I also did a spell as well, and I actually have a way to help you even solve this sooner.
You guys just doing spells before? Okay, go ahead.
We should have brought you out sooner. It's becoming clear.
It's fine. What's up?
Yeah, so what's going to happen is tonight, you're going to be able to earn that happy ending if you're able to set up a ton of traps to keep anybody out of your house.
Okay.
So you have to stay completely alone and make sure that nobody gets into your house for the entire night.
Let me just tell you right now what I already got going on in my house. I got broken glass. I got
Yes.
tar
Yeah.
and one nail sticking straight up in the
Yeah.
goddamn
Yep,
air.
yep, yep.
I got a loose tarantula
Absolutely.
running around the place. I've got a blowtorch
Yep.
that's gonna shoot off and blow off
course.
somebody's head, especially if they're wearing a winter toboggan.
Got to.
Yeah. I've got something heavy swinging down.
Yeah.
What the fuck was that?
You
That
have a
knocks
li-
them
you have
off
a-
their feet.
You have a live wire.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, live wire and a bunch of water.
And if
No,
all
yeah.
else fails, do you have like just an old woman who's friends with birds? They'll save you in the end.
That's good.
That's
good.
a good suggestion. Keep the tip, you filthy animal.
That's our show. Thank you so much.
I guess it's heartwarming to know even a bunch of dudes dressed as birds can finally find a home. Let's see. Usidore was played by a series of ringtones at full volume on public transit. Chunt was played by a heavily watermarked copy of Dad Jokes for the Bathroom, Volume 44. Activia Barleyfoot was played by Tawny Newsome. She has some live stuff coming up, so check out her website, tawnynewsome.com/tour. Jamillious the Mauve was played by Anthony LeBlanc, artistic director at the Second City. Rhapsody Gunderheirre was played by Symphony Sanders from legitimate podcast Welcome to Night Vale. If you want even more symphony in your life, check out Good Morning Night Vale. Flower the Talking Flower was played by Brooke Breit, who would love to use her plug time to remind people to buy the Jackbox Party Pack 5.
Are we not going to credit the bird people?
Yes, we are not.
Well, I am. The assorted birds in the show were played by a group of people in the audience wearing bird masks. Is that so hard?
Great. Get ready for the next live show to have a bunch of Bernie bros spelling out the phrase "What's next?" That's on you.
Hello from the Magic Tavern was produced by Arnie Niekamp, Evan Jacover, and Ryan DiGiorgi. This one edited by Garrett Schultz. Music by Andy Poland, logo by Allard Laban, additional audio effects by Jason Knox, production assistance by Garrett Schultz. Special thanks to Tim Schoen, Brad Davis, and the rest of the staff and crew at Thalia Hall. And special thanks to Rose Amer, who helped take pictures of the cast and audience members after the show, all while wearing a subtle Burger King jacket. That was great, Rose. Visit us at hellofromthemagictavern.com or on Facebook or Twitter. Thanks to the Chicago Podcast Co-op and Earwolf. Remember, no show December 24th or the 31st for the holidays.
Okay, time for the gift exchange.
Let me guess. Slippers?
You know, that was your gift, but I had an 11th hour inspiration. Tricia, haven't you always wanted your own space angel husk?
Oh, God.
Oh, that counts as a guest.
Ugh.
Hey, thank you for listening to Hello from the Magic Tavern. A great way to support the podcast is to join our Patreon. You'll get ad-free versions of our entire back catalog, including all the Magic Tavern spin-offs like Offices and Bosses, I Am Spin Tax, Shadow Sit. There are a lot of them. There are 2 new exclusive bonus episodes every month, Discord, all kinds of stuff. To get more information, go to patreon.com/Magic Tavern. That's patreon.com/Magic Tavern.